Hey everybody, welcome back to another Pitching Ninja's Filthiest Pitches of the Day. Remember, hit that subscribe button. We are on the road to 100,000 subscribers, and I'll stop doing this long intro once we get there. So if you want a shorter intro, hit that subscribe button. And without further ado, here are my filthiest pitches of the day. I'm going to start with the dynamic rookie Roansy Contreras. He had 5 Ks and 5 shutout innings thanks to his 97-mile-an-hour fastball and filthy slider. Contreras is a highly rated prospect, and his stuff is electric. He's a number 2 rated pitcher in the Pirates organization. Logan Webb had 6 Ks in 5 innings thanks to his changeups and nasty sliders. Pablo Lopez didn't have great results yesterday, but he did have 8 Ks in 7 innings and his wicked changeup working. That changeup is so much fun to watch. Jordan Hicks did not have a good outing. His command wasn't there, he walked 5, but this show is about filthy pitches, and he did have some filthy pitches. Look at that slider, and then check out these two-seamers. That's 17 inches of run on a 100-mile-an-hour two-seamer. While the results weren't there were flashes of filth. Blake Snell had this curveball in the dirt that somehow got a swing, and I know y'all are saying, why would you swing at a pitch in the dirt like that? Well, here it is overlaid with his 96-mile-an-hour fastball, and you can see why you might swing at it, especially since home plate umpire Laz Diaz was giving the low strike all night. Nick Pivetta had a couple of gorgeous curveballs. His curveball drops up to 6 feet, and here it is overlaid with his elevated fastball, and I think this really illustrates the amazing amount of drop on Pivetta's curveball. Thor has a hammer, and a nice curveball too. And a wicked front door two-seamer. He had 5 Ks in 8 innings, and his ERA on the season, 3.08. Marcus Stroman had 8 Ks in 5 innings thanks to his vicious slider and split change. Look at him collect all these swords. Kevin Gausman had 8 Ks in 6 shutout innings, and if we're talking Kevin Gausman, we are talking splitters. And check these splitters out. They look like strikes and totally disappear. One of the most unfair pitches in baseball. Kyle Gibson had 8 Ks in 5 innings thanks to these sliders. Gibson dueled Max Fried, who had his beautiful curveball and nasty sinker working, and then almost got a KO on this slider. This game featured another great coaching moment by Brian Snitker as he comes out to the mound with the bases loaded. Everybody thinks he's going to pull Max Fried, and instead he leaves him in. Fried responded by getting out of the jam with an elevated 97-mile-an-hour fastball and then let out a K yell. Trusting your ace to get out of these tough situations only adds to their confidence later in the season. Sonny Gray had 10 strikeouts in 7 shutout innings thanks to his curveball, his slider, and these spectacular two-seamers, both front door and back door. Gray is a master artist when it comes to painting with his two-seamers. Corbin Burns had his slider and cutter working, but what really jumped out to me was his ankle-breaking curveballs. I mean, dude has a family. What are you doing to him? Profar might not be able to walk for a week. My filthiest starting pitcher from yesterday? That would be Shane McClanahan. We've seen Shane McClanahan dominate with his fastball, with his curveball, with his slider. Well, yesterday it was about the changeup. These changeups ran 18 inches arm side. Opponents are only hitting .032 against McClanahan's changeup, and I'll show you why. Here's an overlay of McClanahan's 97-mile-an-hour fastball with an 88-mile-an-hour changeup. You can see how they look the same, except that changeup's 9 miles an hour slower and has more arm side run. Now imagine being a hitter trying to guess which is which. Now on to my filthiest relief pitchers. Clay Holmes continues to be incredible. I think this is his 20th consecutive scoreless appearance. He's only given up 1 run, and that was in his first appearance of the year. His ERA on the season, that would be .4. Check out this gorgeous painted 98-mile-an-hour backdoor sinker. Doesn't get any prettier than that, and I would stand there speechless too. And here's an overlay of his sinker and slider to give you some idea of what makes him so tough to hit. My filthiest pitch of the night, that is Brusdar Graterol's sinker. Check out this 100-mile-an-hour sinker he gets a swing and miss on, And then this incredible 100-mile-an-hour sinker that has 17 inches of run. It starts off the plate and ends up catching a ton of the plate. That pitch looks like it teleported, and all this from a guy who looks like he's throwing BP. And now, my pitching ninja moment of zen. This play needs yakety sax playing in the background.